Hello, my darlings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. I'm posting this and labeling it as a message for December 30th because I'm posting it in time for December 30th where I am. But depending on where you are, maybe the 30th has come and gone. You might not see this for a few weeks, months, whatever the case may be. So I'm setting the intention that this be a message for you for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see it. Happy birthday to all the December 30th babies out there, and happy birthday to you if it happens to be your birthday on whatever day you may see this video. The card that we have coming up here for today is the Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups can sometimes come up at a time where maybe we're feeling a little lackluster. And it can be really discouraging because one of the things I've seen happen with this card in my readings over the years, this card tends to come up in my readings a lot for people who work really hard to achieve things, to make things happen. Other people might look at you as somebody who, like, oh, you're just so lucky, you get all the big breaks, all these things happen for you. They don't realize how hard you work to achieve what you achieve. Like, you don't rest until you hit that goal. But unfortunately, the joy of the success is very short-lived. It's like you're only happy for a little bit and you're like, well, I'm proud of myself that I accomplished this. I'm glad that I did it, but something is still missing. Like, reaching this goal or accomplishing this accomplishment didn't make me feel the way I thought it was going to make me feel. So, something is still missing. I must have focused on the wrong thing, and I'm going to be happy and I'm going to feel fulfilled when I accomplish this other thing instead. So it's like happiness and fulfillment is constantly attached to the next goal. But it's this vicious cycle because you work and work and work and work and work to hit the next goal. And then you're like, okay, again, I'm glad I have this, but something is missing. Once again, I focused on the wrong thing and I'm going to be happy. I want to do this other thing instead. It's like this elusive happiness. And so Eight of Cups comes up to say what's happening is we're trying to fill a void. And some people, it's very obvious they're trying to fill a void because they may be engaging in self-destructive behaviors or patterns. Like, you might see somebody who's on a downward spiral, because they're hurting, they're in pain, and they're turning to these vices to fill these voids. And you look at that person, you say, oh, that person's trying to fill voids. But sometimes people who are seen as very productive, hardworking, successful, accomplished, they're also trying to fill voids. They're just doing it in a way that is productive versus self-destructive. And so this card is saying that we're going to find that missing piece in our spiritual connection. And the sooner that we make the spiritual connection, the sooner we're going to be able to actually feel joy and happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction with the things that we've accomplished. Until then, it's going to feel like, something is missing, something is missing. The missing piece is the spiritual connection. And sometimes people will say, well, Amethyst, I have a spiritual practice. Every morning I wake up, I light my candles, I do my gratitude journal, I say my prayers. That's wonderful. Keep doing that. But the problem with spiritual routine is it becomes routine. It becomes automatic. It becomes autopilot after a while. So it's a good idea to find things that we're going to incorporate into our spiritual practice or spiritual routine to keep things fresh. The same way we have to work to keep our relationships fresh from time to time, what can we mix in with our spiritual practice that might be a new element? Maybe it's spending time in nature. Maybe it's incorporating arts or music. Maybe it's doing spiritual baths, or whatever you can think of that brings you to a sense of zen, a sense of peace, a sense of, connecting to a sense or a feeling of love, of light. To bring this into your practice is going to go a really long way in helping to keep that connection fresh. Okay, so you may want to think about that, meditate about that. If things are feeling a little lackluster and you're thinking, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next, or, oh, you know what, I'm just not fulfilled because I haven't, bought a house, or I haven't gotten that promotion, or I haven't met the love of my life. Eight of Cups is telling you, look, you're going to manifest all those things, but you're going to feel just as lackluster once you have these things as you do in this moment now, unless you work on strengthening that spiritual connection, because that is going to help you to feel satisfied with the things that you're manifesting and the things that you're calling in. I hope this message was helpful to you. I encourage you to check out the weekly forecasts if you haven't already. Those are linked in the description of the video. 2023 forecasts, if you haven't checked them out, also linked in the description of the video. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to the scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings. Bye.